This is one of the new products the Varminter crew found interesting while attending the 2023 SHOT Show. Be sure to check out our other videos from the show. Here we go.
All right, everybody, we're here at SHOT Show 2023. We are in the Burris booth. I have the opportunity of speaking with Jordan, and we're going to be going over their new scope, the Veracity. It's really pretty slick and innovative, so I'm going to turn it over to Jordan, and he's going to go over the features.
Definitely. Thanks, David, for stopping by.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate you guys. You guys have an awesome presence out there. We like what you're doing. But yeah, like David said, we got a cool scope out this year. It's called a Veracity PH Riflescope. It's built off our award-winning 4-20 Veracity optical system, but we've added some new technology to the scope that just takes it to the next level. We're calling it our Peak system, programmable elevation knob system. It takes a custom bullet profile that you build in our new Burris Connect mobile app. You upload that bullet profile to the scope via Bluetooth. There's a digital position sensor within your elevation turret. And what that does is it basically takes the math out of the equation, shows your dial distance and yardage.
Right, so rather than have a dope chart next to you, you now have an infinite dope chart for any range you want to go out to.
Exactly. Yeah, we're achieving down to 1/10 MOA equivalency on the dial.
Okay.
So you'll notice there's no clicks in it. It's a clickless
Right.
digital elevation
Smooth.
turret.
You know, if you handed this optic to somebody, they'd say, "Well, wow, it's mushy." Well, the reason this feels that way is because there is no intentional clicks in it. So it just is continuous, seamless, turns very easy, you know, but it doesn't turn to the point, it's not easy enough where you're going to knock it off.
Yeah, it's super precise. And the cool thing is when you're looking through the scope, you know exactly what you're dialed to. So
exactly.
You don't have to think about it or guess.
Right. This is the display that you would see. So you'd have what your actual turning your turret to. Mm-hmm. You'll have the corresponding yardage for that setting on the elevation turret.
So pretty close. This is actually our wind holdover value for your dial distance. So a couple other things. We have a bubble level that shows rifle cant, a battery indicator that shows the level of your battery. And like I just said, a wind hold value.
Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, and we have a first focal plane reticle in the scope. And on the left and right side, you'll see these hash marks. Those are 1 MOA increments for wind hold. Okay. So at 573 yards, if it's a 2.7 MOA hold, you just hold 2.7 lines or 3 lines off.
Yeah.
That's your wind hold.
Oh, nice. Okay. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, definitely. Well, inside the scope, you can customize that to full value, half value, direction, things like that.
Well, obviously, if you're going to be using this, number one is you have to know the distance to the target to know what you need to turn to.
Exactly.
And that's where, you have a couple new products coming to market.
Yeah, I'll trade you.
There you go.
So like David said, the only thing in the equation that you need to know is a range. And Burris is long overdue for these two products. We've been known for our Eliminator rifle scope and our Oracle bow sights for a number of years now, where we've integrated the rangefinder into the product. But we're bridging the gap this year. The Veracity PH is our most precise hunting optic ever, but it needs the rangefinder to go with it. We've got a new LRF 2000 rangefinding monocular. We're getting 2,400 yards out of it. My favorite thing about both of these is they're just blazing fast. It's almost instantaneous readings. And if you hold down the range button, it goes into a scan mode, so you don't have to try and get on that target when it's moving around, especially a coyote or another predator.
Yeah, absolutely. You can have, in scan mode, you can have sagebrush between you and your target. If it's a coyote that's moving, sometimes you only get a glimpse of a head. So on the scan mode, you can look beyond the sage, and when the head does come in or the body come in view, now you know that range, and where you won't have that opportunity if you're trying to hit the button.
Yeah. In addition to that, these have 3 different modes. So there's a sport mode, a hunt mode, and an auto mode. The sport mode takes the most predominant image object in your sight window. So like a deer out in the middle of a field, it's going to hit that deer perfect. The hunt mode, if you're hunting in the trees or there's something, bushes in between you and the target, it's going to take the furthest range within that window. Yeah. And then the last is auto. It kind of tries to do its best guess of what you're trying to range. And then the scan mode will scan on whatever mode you're in.
Right.
That makes
and that's
sense.
The continuous feedback on as you're moving it.
Exactly. So on the binocular side, we have a 10x42 LRF. We're getting distances out to 2,600 yards and a little bit beyond. My favorite thing about these they're crystal clear. A lot of range-finding binoculars have a color shift, a yellow or a bluish tint to them, or they're really dim, and so you lose some of that light transmission and clarity. I really don't get that on these. They're crystal clear, and they also have that blazing fast rangefinder in them.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we're going to be getting our hands on some of these products, and we will put them through the test out in the field, give you our reviews of them, and thank you very much, Jordan, for talking with us today.
Definitely. If you guys have any more questions, we have a full tutorial video series out for this now. You can find that on our website at burrisoptics.com, or check out our YouTube and Instagram.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Hey, if you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. And once you do, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when we release new videos. And of course, head over to varminter.com or our socials and check out what's going on. Thanks.